Let's talk about English in Malaysia. If you're traveling to Malaysia, everybody speak English to a certain degree. You're also going to notice different accents and different dialects in English.
Krisis identitas, pakai bahasa English, tak punya bahasa ibu sendiri. Sebenarnya bahasa kamu lebih mengalami krisis identitas. Terdapat sekitar 3,280 kata serapan dari bahasa Belanda dalam bahasa Indonesia.
Dan setelah gue kuliah di luar negeri di Malaysia, gue jadi malu gitu loh.
Kata-kata Indonesia yang diserap dari bahasa Belanda. Gratis, artinya gratis.
In Indonesia we say saus tomat.
In Malaysia we say saus tomato.
Oh, why is that?
Oh hai, halo, hai semuanya. Apa kabar teman-teman? Jumpa lagi ya bersama Sari di channel ini. Sari doakan dimanapun kalian berada tetap diberikan kesehatan, tetap diberikan semangat, dan dipermudahkan segala urusannya ya. Oke, nah seperti yang kita tahu kan, Malaysia ini rata-ratanya rakyatnya itu boleh menggunakan bahasa Inggris kan. Ada yang fasih, ada mungkin yang boleh paham, apalagi ya basic standar mereka itu boleh paham ya teman-teman. Beberapa kali saya membuat konten tentang English, orang-orang Malaysia itu ramai juga ya netizen yang memberikan komentar yang mengatakan karena kita boleh mempelajari bahasa asing, apalagi bahasa Inggris, dikatakan netizen Konoha ini krisis identitas, katanya identity ya, disebabkan orang Malaysia itu tahu banyak bahasa. Oke, padahal sangat-sangat berguna, banyak sekali keuntungannya kalau kita boleh mempelajari bahasa lain kan, bahasa asing, terutamanya bahasa Inggris kan, betul tak? Kalian setuju tak? Oke teman-teman, kita akan mendengarkan daripada beberapa konten kreator ini. Kan katanya kalau di Indonesia kita cakap bahasa asing, orang-orang akan membuli kita. Oh, betapa sempitnya pemikiran orang-orang ya. Oke, so mari kita tonton beberapa ulasan ini. Langsung saja.
Let's talk about English in Malaysia. If you're traveling to Malaysia, especially big cities like Kuala Lumpur, you will notice everybody speak English to a certain degree. You're also going to notice different accents and different dialects in English. They usually range from a very casual English, which is kind of a mix of Malay and Chinese and Tamil, basically called Manglish, or the formal English that is used in business or education or administration. See, English came to Malaysia in the 1800s when the British colonization happened. Then English became the language of government, education, business, and when Malaysia gained their independence in 1957, English didn't just disappear. Because Malaysians are smart. They kept Bahasa Malaysia as their national language, or Malay, and they kept English for global communication and economic growth. And that's why today English is pretty much everywhere in Malaysia, in universities and schools. It's actually a mandatory subject in public schools, I think. You'll see it on restaurant menus, on road signs, and many other things. And what I like the most about the type of English used in casual settings here by Malaysian people is that it's very efficient, you know? They don't waste time. For example, are you able to help me with this is simply can or not. I have already managed to complete the task is going to be done already. And you're also going to hear little elements like la. I'm not going to try to explain how to use them because I really don't know. And it's almost like an untranslatable thing. Like you have to be from here to know where to put it. But you'll hear those elements and they are just added sometimes to emphasize something, sometimes to soften things up, sometimes to make something a little bit more aggressive. It's many uses. Malaysians can very easily switch between formal English to casual English, and when they're in a business setting, for example, they will use proper English, and when they're with their friends or with their family, they will switch to a much more casual tone and vocabulary. And this is pretty similar to my country. I'm from Moldova, so when we speak Romanian in Moldova, it has a very thick strong dialect, but then we can switch to proper Romanian very easily. So then we use it in more formal situations. So overall, I'm very grateful that even in Indonesia and Singapore and Malaysia, I have been able to be understood and communicate easily with local people because everybody seems to know English to a certain degree, and most of the times it's very good English. And many Malaysians actually speak 3 to 4 languages. So if you're traveling, if you're a tourist and you're having some issues because that person doesn't speak perfect English or you can't understand them, you gotta chill because that's their 3rd or 4th language already. Relax lah.
Oke, nah relax lah. Oke, nah banyak ya. Nah begitu tadi penjelasannya. Katanya di Malaysia itu rata-ratanya orang boleh paham bahasa Inggris gitu ya, apalagi di kota-kota besar. Nah kalau orang Malaysia di sini aksennya tuh berbeza kan, mereka gunakan Malaysian English. Nah jadi mereka simple kan, apalagi kalau untuk kawan-kawan ataupun sehari-hari gitu ya. Tapi beda halnya mungkin kalau untuk belajar, itu tak bolehlah simple ya, harus menggunakan bahasa Inggris baik dan benar, betul tak? Nah kalau untuk yang simple-simple kita jawab pun done already, eat already, macam tuh kan, itu biasanya kepada kawan ataupun ya di sekeliling kita, tidak diharuskan untuk menggunakan verb. Nah, menarik ya teman-teman. Oke, nah di sini ada satu video kan netizen Indonesia di sini nampaknya mereka memberikan komentar krisis identitas terhadap konten orang Malaysia ini. Oke, bagaimana tanggapannya? So langsung saja kita dengarkan ya. Jom.
Krisis identitas, pakai bahasa English, tak punya bahasa ibu sendiri. Saya nak jawab apa yang kamu telah nyatakan. Saya nak perbetulkan fakta. Sebenarnya bahasa kamu lebih mengalami krisis identitas. Terdapat sekitar 3,280 kata serapan dari bahasa Belanda dalam bahasa Indonesia. Manakala terdapat sejumlah 1,028 sahaja perkataan Inggeris yang telah dipinjamkan dan digunakan dalam bahasa Melayu.
Oh, lebih banyak ya Indonesia ke Belanda.
Ini jelas membuktikan bahawa bahasa Indonesia lebih tinggi penerapan bahasa asing. Siapa yang lebih tinggi krisis identitas ini? Indonesia atau Malaysia? Malulah weh. Sebelah kereta.
Oke, nah itu adalah jawaban daripada orang Malaysia ya. Disebabkan netizen Konoha ini ya, mereka suka sekali berikan komentar kan. Contohnya ini, krisis identitas, padahal tidak berkaca kan. Kita sendiri, saya pun orang Indonesia pun kan kita belajar kan. Banyak sekali kata serapan daripada bahasa Belanda kemudian kita gunakan menjadi bahasa Indonesia. Contoh sederhana saja kulkas. Kalau bahasa Belanda koelkas ya. Nah gitu, dan banyak lagi nanti kita akan dengarkan. Tapi mungkin kalau bahasa Belanda kan kurang familiar kan. Tapi kalau bahasa Inggris itu lebih familiar. Nah terkadang orang-orang yang memberikan komentar macam ini ataupun yang membuat konten, saya pun ada lihat beberapa konten ya tentang mengatakan Malaysia ini krisis identitas karena mereka tahu bahasa asing, karena mereka tahu bahasa Inggris gitu ya. Padahal kita tidak sadar, kata dalam bahasa Indonesia pun banyak diserap daripada bahasa Belanda gitu ya. Oke, nah itu tadi ya, kalau Malaysia kan bahasa Inggris kan, karena banyak kata-kata diserap bahasa Inggris. Oke, contohnya mereka dengar mungkin back kan, B, lain penulisannya sebenarnya. Nah, kalau itu mereka tahu karena English, karena ada beberapa perkataan mereka tahu kan. Padahal mereka tidak bercermin. Back kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia kita panggil tas. Tas itu pun serapan daripada bahasa Belanda. Itulah kan, mungkin mereka itu tak cukup belajar, mereka pikir bahasa Indonesia itu adalah berasal daripada buatan Indonesia saja, tidak ada diserap daripada mana-mana bahasa asing lainnya. Nah, mungkin dibilang bocil-bocil tidak juga kan. Banyak juga yang saya lihat sudah tua-tua pun berikan komentar macam-macam. Konten kreator yang sudah tua pun membuat konten-konten macam ini. Tak tahulah saya mereka itu tak lulus sekolah atau bagaimana menurut kalian ya. Mengata negara lain tapi tidak bercermin kepada negara kita sendiri gitu ya. Contohnya tadi dikatakannya lebih banyak ternyata kata-kata serapan daripada bahasa Belanda ke Indonesia dibandingkan serapan daripada bahasa Inggris ke bahasa Melayu Malaysia. Oke, so begitulah ya. Oke teman-teman, Nah, beberapa kalilah saya mengatakan kan banyak keuntungan kalau kita mempelajari bahasa asing ya. Tapi ya dibully lagi saya, katanya buat apa belajar bahasa asing katanya gitu ya. Ya memang itu kenyataannya di negara kami kalau kita mempelajari bahasa Inggris, padahal bahasa Inggris adalah bahasa internasional pun mereka menutup mata untuk kita mempelajari ya.
Cuman di Indonesia yang kalau lo bisa bahasa Inggris tuh malah dibully. Hai semua, perkenalkan nama gue Iftita, gue mahasiswa kedokteran di luar negeri. Ini tuh jadi alasan gue kenapa dulu tuh gak bisa bahasa Inggris, karena gue lihat sekitar gue yang bisa bahasa Inggris tuh malah kena bully gitu, malah kena terasingkan gitu dari orang-orang di sekitarnya. Dan setelah gue kuliah di luar negeri di Malaysia, gue jadi malu gitu loh. Kayak aku tuh baru belajar bahasa Inggris ketika aku di sini loh. Karena di Indonesia tuh kalau misalnya belajar bahasa Inggris malah dibully gitu loh. Dan itu tuh jadi salah satu alasan gue pengen kabur ke luar negeri tuh karena gue pengen banget bisa bahasa Inggris.
Nah, beliau ini adalah student ya, kedokteran katanya di Malaysia. Wow, mantap. Nah, kakak ini dulunya mungkin di Indonesia kalau dia mau belajar bahasa Inggris ataupun dia coba untuk menggunakan bahasa Inggris gitu ya, malah kena bully. Itu juga salah satu alasan dia pergi kuliah ke luar negara disebabkan ya dibully di negara sendiri. Nah, dia datang ke Malaysia, di sini didalaminya. Di sini ada orang yang welcome. Banyaklah ya teman-teman daripada kawan-kawan mancanegara yang dia jumpainya. Jadi itulah alasan kuatnya mengapa pergi ke luar negara untuk dalam lagi bahasa Inggrisnya.
Ember.
Ember.
Handuk.
Handuk.
Kulkas.
Kulkas.
Sama ya.
Kulkas.
Korting.
Korting.
Dah.
Dah.
Dada. Asbak.
Asbak.
Wow.
Wortel.
Wortel.
Oh,
Wortel.
carrot.
Wortel with B.
Biskop.
Bioskop.
Telat. Kelar. Asbak.
Asbak.
Gratis.
Wow.
Only with the gratis. Kulkas. Kantor.
Oh.
Koper. Cover. Yes. Like cover. Oh, cover. Wastafel.
Hampir mirip ya.
Wastafel. Tafel. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much.
Kata-kata Indonesia yang diserap dari bahasa Belanda. Gratis artinya gratis. Toko artinya ya toko. Fabrik artinya pabrik. Fabrik. Spor artinya jalur kereta. Ada juga kantoran artinya of course kantor. Korting artinya diskon. Wah, astaga naga. Itu bacanya astaghanahal gitu.
Bukan bahasa Belanda.
Oke, nah itu adalah contoh beberapa kata, sebenarnya banyak lagi ya. Tadi dikatakan hampir 3.000 kata dari bahasa Belanda ya diserap ya ke bahasa Indonesia, dan banyak lagi contoh-contoh yang lainnya. Nah, itu beberapa kata juga yang sudah kita dengarkan tadi itu ember dalam bahasa Belanda, kantor di sini kantor pun juga ya sama ya. Nah, itulah Apakah ini juga dikatakan kita ini adalah krisis identitas? Gimana menurut kalian? Kalau kita boleh mengatakan negara orang krisis identitas, ya kalau kita bagaimana ini? Diserap daripada bahasa asing lainnya lagi. Nah, kan tidak boleh mengatakan macam itu. Nah, itu teman-teman. Oke, semoga menjawab. Kita lanjut lagi ke satu video ini. Langsung saja.
Sauce. In Indonesia, we say ketchup.
In Malaysia, we say kicap.
Ketchup is a sweet soy sauce. So if it wasn't at a McDonald's and I asked for ketchup, I might get ketchup.
Probably.
Oh. Hello. So do you guys use similar words?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Oh. So like how much percentage do you think will be the same?
We can understand each other if we use like simple versions.
Oh wow, so it's that similar. Let's check some words and see how similar they are. Okay.
Indonesia versus Malaysia word.
What about
Friend.
eat?
In Indonesian, we say makan.
In Malaysian, we also say makan.
Oh.
But I say makan and
Makan.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's kind of different,
Yeah,
right?
you say more like and
Yeah.
she says more like eh.
Yeah.
But
Because
still,
it's kind of Malay
yeah,
accent. Yeah, Taiwan.
I think that's the biggest difference between both languages.
So is this just a difference in the accent? Is the spelling the same?
Yeah.
I would guess so. I would
Yeah,
say
I
so.
Oh, okay.
Same.
This will go in the same pile.
Yeah.
Okay, what about market?
In Indonesia, we say pasar.
In Malaysian, we say pasar also.
Oh,
Taiwan.
yeah, a little bit like the accent is different. But is that spelled the same too?
Yeah, pasar. Oh, P-A-S-A-R.
Wow, okay. What about ketchup?
This is different, I think.
Really?
Right? In Indonesia, we say saus tomat.
In Malaysian, we say sauce tomato.
Oh, why did I think you guys would just be saying ketchup?
Because we don't produce that. It's not, this tomato sauce is kind of not from Asian, I think.
Yeah.
Kind of more the American.
Yeah, Western.
Europe. Yeah, Western.
Can you say it one more time and tell me the meaning?
Saus tomat. Sauce is kind of sauce, and tomat is
Tomato?
tomato.
Oh.
So it's tomato sauce.
So do you say this for like also salsa or like pasta tomato sauce?
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
different? Oh.
But difference is when it comes to chili sauce, we have another sambal.
Sambal also. Yeah, the sambal. Well, because we also have sauce chili. But like,
But in Indonesia we call it sambal. It means sauce in English, but we prefer it as chili sauce.
Oh. And for you, it's also tomato sauce?
yeah, sauce tomato sauce.
So it kind of sounds like English to me.
English does have like a big influence on some of our words as well.
So would you say like English has more influence on Indonesia or Malaysia?
I think Malaysia.
I mean, if you use like
Indonesia,
more
Belanda.
informal modern language, then yeah, we do mix English. Like no one really speaks full Malay anymore, but
Okay,
but we
dang.
do. There are still people who speak full
Wow.
Malay.
Okay. Well, what about soy sauce?
We have the salty one and the sweet one.
And the
It came from same. It came from soy. In Indonesia we say ketchup.
Ketchup is a sweet soy sauce?
Yes.
In Malaysia, we say kicap.
Beda ya.
That's so cute. Wow, so I never knew there was a sweet soy sauce.
Ah, really?
Yeah, I never heard of that.
Yeah, because in Indonesia we use that because a lot of varieties of food in Indonesia as well. I think Malaysia
yeah.
as well.
So like,
They put the sweet soy sauce to our dishes.
Wow.
For example, in nasi goreng,
yeah.
we put it also.
Yeah.
So you say it more
Ketchup.
like ketchup,
Yeah.
and she says like ketchup.
The interesting is in Indonesia we also have same word but different meanings. It's kind of slang. It refers to someone like didn't know anything, like what?
Oh, like an airhead.
Something like that.
Like an airhead. Wow.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. So if I went to McDonald's and asked for ketchup, what am I getting?
Indonesia, you definitely get the sweet soy sauce.
Oh,
Because
okay.
the pronounce itself, the English pronoun itself is
Yeah.
more like ketchup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think in Malaysia you'd get tomato sauce.
Oh, really?
Because they speak English more.
Oh, so in Malaysia I would get ketchup.
If you go to a
Like-
McDonald's,
Okay.
then you'll get
So if it wasn't at a
Ketchup.
McDonald's and I asked for ketchup, I might get ketchup.
probably.
Oh,
If you go to a more local restaurant
Yeah.
that serves Malaysian
good
food.
to know. This is very good to know. What about car?
In Malaysia we say kereta.
In Indonesia, we say mobil. But we also say, some of regions also say kereta. But it's not prefer only car or train
Oh,
and also motorcycle. Some of regions, the Malay ethnicians say kereta also.
wow.
Medan,
It's something like you
A
ride.
vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mobile sounds like in English also mobile, and we use it sometimes for cars or vehicles. You know, in like Scooby Doo, there's the mystery mobile.
Yeah,
That's the car. So you know, it's like mystery van. So
I think that's the word that influenced from English,
I
the mobil
see.
Indonesia. I think.
wow. And next we have toilet.
In Malay we say tandas.
In Indonesia, we have a lot, but usually we say toilet. But tandas, I also know it because in my ethnic, they also call tandas also, or jamban.
Oh,
Okay, jamban we also we also
Right?
use jamban.
wow.
It's kind of its level. I think it's kind of have a different
Yeah.
when it comes to real. The jamban is more like traditional.
Like a traditional style toilet.
Yeah. They just put the wood
Yeah.
in
Like
front of.
like where you squat.
Yeah.
Oh. I think maybe in English the closest thing we have is an outhouse.
Yeah. We say it jamban. Yeah. We also call it kamar kecil or bag, belakang. When you go to school, like, excuse me, I need to go to toilet. But instead we say, excuse me, I need to go to back. Like, aku mau ke belakang.
So like a more polite way
Yeah.
of saying
Because
it.
when we say toilet or jam or something, it's kind of.
Because toilet is such a dirty word.
Yeah, right. It's similar in English. We say like, "Can I go to the restroom?" You know, or the bathroom. So does that have a meaning?
bahasanya ya?
The kamar is a room, and kecil is small, and so it's small room.
Is that the same in Malaysia?
Room Malaysia is bilik, but I'm probably sure we have some. Can I remember them now? Probably not.
Okay, that's interesting. I've learned now in a few languages, like there's some old words for toilet which all mean little room or little house, which is interesting because in English we don't have anything like that. So our next word will be drink. So this is gonna be the action of drinking.
In Indonesia, we say minum.
In Malaysia we say minum.
To me it sounds the same.
Minum.
Minum.
Yeah, same, right?
Exactly the same. So far we have half of the words are different and half of the words are the same. Oh no, the same pile has one more word. Yeah, 3 to 4. Okay, our next word is television.
In Malaysia we say television, or we can just say TV, but the spelling is like different.
How's it spelled?
Tele, VSYEN, television.
Oh.
In Indonesia, we say TV.
Oh, so just TV.
Yeah, but TIVI.
And how do you spell TV in Malaysia?
It's just TV.
Okay, like English, like T and V.
It's just a capital T and V.
I don't know. To me, this is still so similar that I'll put it in the same pile.
Oh, but we have different spells. If you go to another region, like Sudanese, they call TP.
B-I?
TP.
P-I?
Yeah, TP.
Oh.
Cute.
Yeah, because in Sudanese ethnic, they don't really have the V word.
V sound.
Yeah.
Well, what about our last word? train.
Oh, I think we mentioned it.
Yeah. In Indonesia, we say kereta api.
In Malaysia, we also say kereta api.
Also, it is the same word for train.
Yeah.
But for you, it can mean like a lot of different vehicles.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
In case just kereta itself, the train,
Yeah.
we say kereta api.
Okay, so this is the same after all.
Yeah, if you translate it to English, it will be like fire car.
Really?
Because for trains, it's usually like the traditional trains
is
are run by
true.
coal.
Yeah.
So can we like see one more time if you say it exactly the same?
Kereta api.
Kereta api.
So in the end, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words that are basically the same. And then ones that are kind of different is only 3. Overall, your languages are super similar. Maybe kind of like how, like European languages, maybe like Italian and Spanish. Like they can 70% understand each other. That was so fun. I love picking like this and making a pile because I can really envision how similar you guys are. And it was also interesting to me because some of the English words like toilet or television or even ketchup, I thought they would be more similar, but they weren't. Today, I felt like there were a lot of similarities between you guys' language. What did you think?
We're kind of similar but different.
Siblings.
Different enough to be its own language, but really similar. That's so interesting.
Of course.
Yeah.
So today we compared the words between Malaysian and Indonesian.
If you like the video, please subscribe, like, and comment.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Oke teman-teman, nah kita sudah dengarkan tadi ya kalau bahasa Indonesia dan juga bahasa Malaysia sebenarnya ada banyak perkataan yang sama ya. Kalau macam itu gimana dikatakan krisis identitas ya, bahkan kita pun banyak juga perkataan yang sama. Gimana ini menurut kalian? Oke teman-teman, so segitu aja video kali ini. Wow, panjang pula video ini ya. Kalau mungkin kurang lengkap, kalian mau menambahi apa yang saya katakan, boleh berikan komentar kalian selengkap-lengkapnya supaya netizen ataupun konten kreator yang menonton video ini mereka baca ya. Gitu. Oke, see you on my next video with me, Misari. Bye.